My father had called me in UK and asked me if it's possible whether I could make a journey. He wanted to speak to me. When I arrived in Gilgil, I found my father was not in his home. When I questioned the worker where he is, the worker told me to just hold on, and then spoke to one of Magdalena's sons. And the worker came and told me, it appears Magdalena's son by the name Patrick Karaja had been called to hospital. I said, do you need to tell me which hospital my father is? It was withheld from me. So Karaja came in and said, Muthoni, Mzee is in hospital. We need to go and have been called and it's urgent. I said to him, which hospital? He said, Gilgil Hospital. I was driving, he was driving. So we followed each other, but honestly, I could not compete with his driving. So we got to where he told us it's Gilgil Hospital. The searches were done in hospital. My father was not there. The worst thing, which was actually a shock to me, I was told, make your way to the morgue. There was a man collected this morning. I gave all my dad's details. There was a body collected in the morning. Go identify whether it's your father. I said before I head up to the morgue, that's not the God I serve. There is no way I would fly from UK to come and witness my father in the mortuary. So I asked them to give a brief description, and they said he was a man in his 50s, and I said my dad is a man of 90s. So I started calling my sisters to call Kalanja. He switched off his phone. My sister liaised.
Sorry, just the court is also noting what you're saying. Mm-hmm. And you see when you say Karanja, the court does not know Karanja.
Mm-hmm. So is a Patrick Karaja. I can't remember what number is a plaintiff.
I think that's the 5th defendant, yeah.
So my sisters were able to liaise with ex-wife of Patrick Karaja, who lives in Gilgil, and asked to provide details where my father is. Again, I was given the wrong information. I was told my father is in St. Joseph. I made my way to St. Joseph. There was no documentation or any signs of my father there. Again, I started pleading, can they let me see my father? Patrick Karaja had already switched his phone. So they said, okay, go to St. Joseph. St. Mary's. St. Mary's was here. We went to St. Mary's and we were told there is an old man who walked here with a boy who is very, very drunk. And he faxed that Mzee, get out, we are going. So in that instance, we involved the chief in Gilgil. And the chief in Gilgil called Karanja and said, Karanja, could you please answer the phone and say where the father of Muthoni is? And Karanja said to the chief, because I got the message from the chief, I've taken Mzee back home. I headed up home and I found my father there, but Patrick Karaja was not there.